Thank you for subscribing to the channel. It means a great deal. And for those of you that haven't subscribed yet, only take you a second. Hit the subscribe button, share the video, like the video, tell your friends about the channel. Right, what I want to talk to you about today is something I get asked quite a lot, which is what's the difference between RGB and CMYK? The simplest way of looking at it is RGB colour is something you'll see on your monitors, your TV, your phones, your digital applications, everything that you'll see you're working with, and it's not something that's going to look the same in print. Now CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, and the K for black. Well, B would have been better, wouldn't it? But you'll notice there's no black in RGB. So to get black in RGB, basically everything's set at 0. So 0% red, 0% green, 0% blue, and that's strangely how you get black. Now, when it comes to CMYK, that's everything that goes into print. So RGB is everything on the screen, CMYK is the printed version. So even your home printers will use the 4 colours. I'll call black a colour in this. So you've got 4 different cartridges in a lot of ink cartridges at home. That's to create the print version of your RGB. So when you save a file, let's say in Canva, you've got an option. You've got RGB or CMYK. What difference does that make? People are asking me this. You know, do they need to actually upgrade to get the CMYK? Well, no, and I'm going to show you why. Because when I first started using Canva, I didn't have the premium account, but I was printing books. The covers come out great, nice, clear, crisp. But what you get on the screen isn't what you're going to get in print. And you're not going to know what you're going to get in print until it's printed. You can only have, say, okay, I've got green, I've got blue, I've got yellow. And that's pretty much how I want my image to look on my cover or on my internal pages. And you will get something like it. And it may, in certain cases, take a professional to see the difference. Or you'd have to compare the two. Now, I'm going to do that now. See, I keep buying my books to show you the differences. So I've got one of my cookbooks, and I bought 2 versions. One that I downloaded in CMYK from Canva, and the other that I downloaded in RGB from Canva. But like I say, they both get converted, or they both get put out in CMYK. The RGB will be converted by the printers to CMYK. So they both end up CMYK, but does it make a difference during the download? Well, I'm going to show you. Right, so if I pick a page, let's say one with lots of colour in it. They're all colour images in my cookbook. But I want something here that's going to be nice and bright with lots of colours. Right, okay, what we've got is we've got pages 82 and 83. There's 200 pages in this book. And they're very, very different. One's a very dark image, and one's a light image. Different types of food. There's some salad in one. There's a kind of a moody image for the turkey leg, if you like. And how do they look? Well, this was done in RGB. I downloaded this copy in RGB, sent it to Amazon, and then ordered a copy after they printed it in CMYK. And looks great. And it's also standard colour, not premium colour. And I like that. It's a shame that Amazon don't do glossy pages. I think that would be great. But it's not. So I go to the other one. And this one's in CMYK. Downloaded in CMYK from Canva and printed from Amazon in CMYK. which they all do. Now, if I hold both of these up together, can you see the difference? From there, can you see the difference? If anything at all, I would say the RGB one is a little bit brighter, which is the bottom one. And they're both clear. Yeah, they're both as clear as each other. And I don't have a problem with that either way. So what I'm trying to say is, as you're not using, I'm presuming you may not be using A4 size full color pages. And if you are, it's not really a problem on their paper. If it was glossy paper or photo paper, you'd want the clearest, most vibrant colors you could get. And in that case, I may suggest going for CMYK on the download, and it'll get printed in CMYK. But as it is, the paper is pretty standard. It's not a bit heavier like it would be with premium inks, for instance, and it's only standard color. And like I say, it's not glossy. So don't panic. As you can see by that, the colors look the same. They've printed the same. Well, very, very slight difference, but not that you would notice unless you put the two different books together. So yeah, don't worry about it. Download in RGB if you've not got an option for CMYK. And if your file's going to be too big in CMYK, sometimes you can download like one of those books there would take about 1.5 gigabytes in size, which is a lot, because when it comes to downloading them, especially with Canva, which I created them in, then it could time out, kind of thing. There could be any interruption with the computer or whatnot, and I might not be able to download. I mean, I'm on sort of like 130 gigabit broadband, so it's fast enough. It's fast enough, but sometimes it will have a hiccup and I can't download it. Or when I want to upload it to Amazon, it can be a real slow process, and it could time out again there, or get a glitch, and I'll have to start again. So then I'll compress that in I Love PDF, minimum compression, and I can get sort of a 1.5 gigabyte file down to about 300 megabytes. And that's a much quicker process for me. But back to RGB and CMYK. Don't worry about it. Really, don't worry about it. Don't panic about it. You don't have to buy the premium subscription just so you can get the option for downloading in CMYK. Unless you're not printing through Amazon and you're printing privately. You've got a printing company that's going to develop these things in glossy pages, full-size images across the whole of the page, and you want the absolute best quality you possibly can. Otherwise, nobody's going to notice. And that's it.